Hey guys, Godzilla One here, and welcome back to another long-awaited episode of Fan Animation Review. Long-awaited because we are finally taking a peek at Dinomania's latest project, Lord vs. Godzilla versus Monster vs. Godzilla. I've been looking forward to this particular video for a long time. I remember she teased it back a couple months ago. I've been slowly following the development of it, and I've been loving everything I've been seeing so far. Just right off the bat, this is not in my OC beats your OC sort of situation. No, she treats, that's one of the things I love about Dinomania. She treats her OCs, they're not really OCs, they're made based off original characters, but you know, she treats these characters like, you know, as they are characters. They're, you know, characters. They're liable. They get damaged a lot. They're not these overpowered beings that just destroy everything and everybody, like, you know, many other Godzilla characters that are made by other animators and people. But yeah, no, they just feel tangible is what I'm saying. Like, they feel like there could actually be movies made off of them, and they're not just like, you know, these, you know, obviously undefeatable monsters, beasts, or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. She also adds a storyline to the whole fights scenario situation, which is pretty good. You know, I do enjoy, you know, when animators put in more effort than they have to when it comes to this sort of thing. I think it shows their love of, you know, animating and making creations like this, which, you know, I love watching. Obviously, I love watching shit like this. But yeah, no, starting off strong with the story. Story takes place in an alternate universe from the main Godzilla Lord of the Galaxy series. So this is not the same Godzilla from the Lord of the Galaxy series that we've been watching. It's from an alternate universe, because I remember she did say the multiverse that exists in her series. So in this universe, instead of the ex-aliens sending down or, you know, taking up Godzilla and to make Mecha Godzilla, they actually send down Singura. Now, if you don't know, Singura is actually a kaiju from the Space Godzilla comic, Godzilla Rivals Versus, which, you know, versus Space Godzilla, which we did do a read through on the channel, a link in the description down below. But yeah, which is very, Singura does not get any rep at all. Like, I don't think there's like any normie fan doesn't know a single thing about Singura. I think anyway. I don't know how, you know, knowledgeable the average Godzilla fan is, but yeah, man, the fact that she was able to incorporate them into the mix is fucking wild, and I love that so much. It shows how much she truly does love this fandom and everything like that. That is insane. Well, the creation anyway. And so it shows Godzilla, Angriest, and Rodan. They're all fighting Singura, and, you know, they start off winning a bit, but then Singura opens a black hole, because if you remember, Singura had that ability in a comic. You know, the choreography, just right off the bat, choreography is fantastic. I love how, you know, the way the choreography, I love the way they move, they fight, you know, how they utilize other abilities other than their special abilities. Like, Godzilla's not spamming atomic breath, Rodan's not spamming, you know, his laser beam, and Gearus is just spamming the ball technique because it's the thing that works. But yeah, Singura opens up a black hole, and it opens up a portal to completely different dimensions. Rodan tries to like dive bomb Singura, but misses because Singura opened up a portal. So Rodan enters a universe, I believe it's the Monsterverse, where he sees Monsterverse Rodan, I believe anyway, and they just have like this nice funny little moment of recognition. It's real funny. Singura then gets pushed into one of his holes, and he ends up on face to face with Tiamat, and before she has a chance to do anything, he walks back into his own portal. So, you know, that's like a little missed opportunity, but hey, we got to see Tiamat here. So yeah, she's really expanding upon, like, you know, the backstory and lore behind as to why Godzilla and, well, Godzilla are meeting each other. Yeah, and I do love it though. I love that she's putting this much effort into everything. It's great, fantastic, love it. So yeah, they're all fighting this and that, yada yada yada. Then all of a sudden, as the battle rages on, Angriest and Rodan get thrown into a portal together, and Godzilla gets so angry he starts beating up Singura. Then Singura fucking opens up another portal, and then I don't know what move he uses. I think he judo flips Godzilla into the portal. He does some sort of maneuver, and he flips Godzilla into the portal. and using his fucking tail blade, which he doesn't use it a lot in the animation. I thought he would. I thought we'd see a lot more blood when it comes to Skingura in his like, you know, chainsaw tail, Gigan-esque style. But no, actually no, he only uses it on Godzilla, which I mean fair. Godzilla's the only one who can regenerate. But yeah, so Godzilla falls into the portal, and turns out it's a portal into the Monsterverse. And this is post, I'm sorry, I'm a little sick recording this, and this is post GXK. Godzilla lands in Britain, I believe, is where, because she posted on a one of her stories that the battle would take place in Britain. So Godzilla, it lands in Britain. You know, he walks around a bit. He gets, you know, upset because he doesn't know how to leave. So he's actually, no, before that, there's a scene where he like does a fucking Mario jump all the way up, tries to reach the portal, but then he fails and lands. I'm like, damn, like Godzilla must weigh like, you know, at least 70,000 tons. So I'm wondering how the hell he's able to move like this. But then again, it's, you know, animation logic. You can't, you know, obviously giant monsters don't move like this for real. So, you know, whatever. But Godzilla lands in Britain. He gets angry and he roars out. It reminded me so much of when Godzilla roared at Kiryu, and then Kiryu like activated, the original Godzilla activated inside of Kiryu. So when Godzilla roars, the other Godzilla, the Monsterverse MV Godzilla, evolved Godzilla, hears that roar, and he jumps out of the water, yells, and then he swims all the way to him. And there's this really cool scene where Evolved Godzilla just breaks through a fucking bridge just to get to Lord versus Godzilla. I'm just going to call him Lord Goji to make it easier for everyone here. Yeah, he breaks that to get to Lord Goji. They meet eye to eye, and there's this nice little characterization moment where they both are like stunned to see another member of each other's species. Like they're that momentary, just, you know, shock and surprise, the fact that they're not alone. I like that before it immediately turns back to them trying to fucking kill each other. Turns back to Evolved Godzilla trying to kill Lord versus Godzilla. Evolved Godzilla, you know, rages out. He tries attacking Lord versus Godzilla. Lord versus Godzilla is trying to de-escalate the situation, you know, basically dodging, weaving, you know, trying not to get fucking attacked and blasted. But he does fight back too, and there is this cute little moment where Lord vs. Godzilla like hops on top of a building like a cat, and he scratches at Evolved Godzilla, then he pounces on him and then just like closes his mouth shut. It's funny as hell. And then Evolved Godzilla kicks him off, and then he does the same move he did to Kong. Like he uses his claw or his hands, his claws and hands to like rip and tear into his chest. But you know, Lord vs. Godzilla can regenerate, so it's not that big of an issue. And then he just stomps on him, and then he roars in his face. And it's this is a very funny video. Like if you're catching on to like a certain pattern, there's a lot of comedy in this little video series. But yeah, one other comedic moment is Lord vs. Godzilla using his big ass mouth to like close down on Evolved Godzilla's small ass head. It's funny as shit. Then they start fighting for a while, and then Lord vs. Godzilla just fucking chucks Evolved Godzilla all the way to the fucking countryside. Again, very funny ass video. You know, he lands next to some cows. They run away because it's a giant fucking, you know, reptile that landed just near them. Of course, they'd be scared. So, you know, the fight continues on for a little bit, yada, yada, yada. Then something interesting happens. Lord vs. Godzilla uses his atomic breath on Evolved Godzilla, and Evolved Godzilla seems to like absorb it almost. It's weird. It's like the blue pattern, like the blue from radiation from the atomic breath like resonates all throughout his body. It's odd. And the same thing happens with Lord vs. Godzilla. Lord vs. Godzilla gets shot by Evolved Godzilla's atomic breath on the leg, and the leg, you know, resonates with all that pink energy radiation as well. So I'm thinking later on down the series, are they going to switch forms? Is Evolved Godzilla going to have like this, you know, blue, Super Saiyan blue type transformation that's beyond evolved or some shit like that? And, you know, Lord vs. Godzilla is going to have his own evolved form. However, let it be said, at the end of all of this, though, I do believe Lord vs. Godzilla will come out on top. Simply because he was able to knock out, like, Monster vs. Godzilla. Well, that's not really... I don't know. I don't think you can use that. That's more like an outlier because Evolved Godzilla was caught off guard, kind of. Well, he was rushing straight towards him, and he saw him charge up his fist, right? I don't know why he wouldn't. But yeah, I don't know. I just got my money on Lord vs. Godzilla. The regeneration, the nuclear pulse, every wacky ability not wacky, every other unique ability that Dinomania has given her her own Godzilla. I just feel like it's enough to be able to, Evolved Godzilla is putting up a good fight. I will give him that. But at the end of the day, I still think that Lord vs. Godzilla will eventually come out on top. Just from everything that we've seen he's capable of, I believe it. And what Roseanne and Dagon are capable of, absolutely, yeah. We saw their fight with fucking Destroyer. They can take some hits. They are overpowered as shit, especially when they get re-energized with radiation, which comes from other fucking Godzillas. And it's the same thing with Monster vs. Godzilla as well too. So it's a very interesting dichotomy. However, physically, Lord vs. Godzilla is stronger because he's able to knock down Evolved Godzilla. He's able to throw Evolved Godzilla fucking all miles away into goddamn fucking Texas country. So yeah, I 100% believe that Lord vs. Godzilla will gain the upper hand in some other unique way other than just getting a Evolved Godzilla power up. Possibly, I don't know. We'll see. I still like my idea though. Part 1 ends with a portal to the Hollow Earth opening up. Lord vs. Godzilla runs over, tricks Evolved Godzilla into falling in. He bobs and weaves, and he kicks he headbutts Lord vs. Godzilla. No. Lord vs. Godzilla headbutts Evolved Godzilla in. Then Evolved Godzilla fires his atomic breath to make Lord vs. Godzilla collapse into the Hollow Earth portal. So yeah, that's what happens. We cut to them, falling off in their respective parts, and Evolved Godzilla still wants to run those hands. And yeah, so things are going to be ramping up from here on out. I heard her say in the comments below, Evolved Godzilla is going to be, much more smarter when he comes to his decision makings in the future episodes or future parts. I believe there's only just going to be 3 parts of this. I don't know why she'd make a whole 4-part, 5-part series, but yeah. Lord vs. Godzilla was enraged this entire time, so he wasn't making the smartest decisions. So I believe that it'll be much more even, and we won't know who will really come out on top until whoever comes out on top eventually. So yeah, I'm expecting a lot more insane. I expect it to be ramped up higher. I expect a lot more insane choreography. I expect a lot more crazy abilities to come out. I want to see Monster vs. Godzilla pull some cool shit. I want to see Lord vs. Godzilla pull some cool shit too. And I don't care how long it takes, just as long as Dinomania is healthy and she's getting it done at a steady pace. I'm fine with waiting, completely fine with waiting. But yeah, that's basically Lord vs. Godzilla versus Monster vs. Godzilla Part 1. It's great. I love it. I love it so much. Soundtrack, it's just rock music, which is still good, but it's rock music. We can't really do nothing about that. Animation, there's a lot of animation moments that prove that she has evolved over time. Get it? Evolved Godzilla, evolved Dinomania, parallels. But yeah, it shows that she's, more refined with her craft. She's able to make more 3D, or not 3D, more aspect ratio images of this stick figures. So yeah, I fuck with that. I do enjoy watching her animation improve over time and everything. That's really all I have to say about this. There's not that much to talk about, but the little stuff that is here and there, I hope I picked up on a lot. If I missed anything, comment down below, and we'll be sure to have a discussion in the comments. But yeah, no, this is part 1 of Evolved Godzilla versus Lord vs. Godzilla. I am extremely excited to see where this goes next. Call me a fan already. I love the direction she's heading in. I love everything she's doing with this so far. I have my bets on Lord vs. Godzilla, but if Evolved Godzilla does get the upper hand and win, I'm not gonna be all pissy pants unhappy about it. I'm just happy and legit surprised to see that Singura got actual representation. That's actually insane. I did not expect Singura to get any love ever outside of the fucking comics. So That's cool as shit. I'm also very excited when the Lord of the Galaxy Godzilla series returns too, as well. I assume it will return after this is, done and wrapped up. But yeah, that's gonna be in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Of course, go support Dinomania down below. I'll leave a link in the description down to her original video, of course, as always. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Hey, it's Saturday. Well, no, it's Sunday when I'm uploading this, but it was Saturday when I recorded this. So sorry about that. Yeah, have a great rest of your semi weekend. Love you guys. See you all next time. I will upload until then. I've taken a small break from it. I don't know why, but that won't continue on afterwards. Have a great rest of your day. I already said that. Peace.